or on the air.
We do have special guest in the studio today from the Farmville Downtown Partnership. It's President Karen Caton. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
All right. And Nancy Alexander, the Executive Director.
Yes.
So, I heard you had a presentation, or did you have something that you specifically... I guess what I want to know is, what do you guys do?
Well, the partnership started about 10 years ago, and they work with a program called the Main Street Program.
I'm just turning the mic around so that we can hear you better.
All right. So the Main Street Program was created through the National Trust for Historic Preservation back in the 80s, and it focuses on developing downtowns using a variety of techniques.
Uh-huh.
We focus on design, promotion, organization, and economic vitality. And by bringing those four principles together, we can create energy and vibrancy in downtown.
Uh-huh.
Now, Farmville is very vibrant, and we're lucky to have two really fabulous anchors on either end of town,
Uh-huh.
Greenfront Furniture and the college. So it creates a dynamic movement through the community, and we're working to enhance that and ensure that it grows and it complements the development of the community as we all move forward.
Excellent. So, what are some of those techniques? Like, what would you, what's a project, or how would you go about doing this?
We're a nonprofit, volunteer-based organization. So I'm the executive director. I'm the only paid employee, and I work with a wonderful board of volunteers. And then we have committees for each of those four points that I mentioned. So, like the promotion committee is currently developing an event for August 26th called Rock the Block.
Okay.
Kind of bringing back the original concept of the event that happened many years ago. It'll be a music event based around Recruit Stage in the 100 block of Main Street.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of downtown merchants that'll be doing pop-up shops. We'll have a beer garden, music event.
Fantastic.
So that's just one way to highlight downtown and bring people down.
On that specific show, do you have vendors like artists or anything like that, or what's it inclusive of?
This year, for our first year, it's really focused on the downtown retail community. We're working on getting our sponsorships in place and local vendors, but not really craft show per se, but more pop-up shops with existing retailers.
And so if somebody wanted to participate in this, how would they go about doing that?
They can contact me at the Farmville Downtown Partnership office. We're located in the caboose on the plaza.
How often do you hear that, right?
And
it's such a cute little caboose there. I mean, it's just really adorable down in that area. It's right by Walker's Diner, is that correct? And then the River Cafe and everything?
Yes.
I'm new here, so, I'm so proud of myself when I know where something is. But that place sticks out, right? It's like, hey, wait, there's a caboose in the middle of town, and next to the love sign also. So how could you go wrong?
Exactly. It was sort of sitting there empty when we revitalized the organization, and it just seemed like a logical place to be the center for the Farmville Downtown Partnership. So we're grateful to the town for allowing us to use that.
So the town owns it, and do they rent it to you, or do you get to?
They've been very generous, and they allow us to use it. Our program, in any small town that has a Main Street program, the town and nonprofit relationship is very significant, and allows us to support what the town's doing, and so we're excited about our relationship with the town right now.
So you said that you kind of revitalized it. When did that happen?
COVID was pretty hard on the organization. I mean, COVID was hard on everybody, right?
Yeah.
So there were some changes that happened at that point, and it was, I guess, early last year, and Karen, you can address this more, that a new board was seated and decided to move forward in a little bit different direction, and re-energize, for lack of a better word.
That needs to happen from time to time, right?
So that's what the last year has been focused on.
And yeah.
One thing I'd like to say is the Rock the Block event. That's a way for us to connect with the Longwood community also, which is part of our strategic plan. Being able to understand that we are a college community, because sometimes I think that we forget that this is a college town.
The energy in this town is so much different when the kids are here and when they're not. I call them kids. It's like weird to me. I'm showing my age, but the Rock the Block is scheduled so that the kids are back in school.
That's right.
At that point in time, I think that'd be fantastic. I'm not downtown very much, but you guys must see how much of the downtown is sort of saturated with students when they are here. Is that?
I would say that different stores see different participation. There are some stores that cater more to the students, whereas the Greenfront is really not affected when, the students leave.
They probably pick up a little bit in the summertime because people are coming from everywhere.
That's right. They're more of a destination business.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then some of our little boutiques, they rely on the college students, so it's hard for them.
Actually, my partner wants to open a little boutique right next door here. We figured that would be perfect.
Yeah.
So what are some other projects that you have kind of going on at this point in time?
Well, and of course, always there's a need for holiday programs.
Uh-huh.
So we're trying to come up with some ideas. Of course, Santa will be visiting, and we're working with the Chamber and the town of Farmville to enhance our Christmas tree lighting presentation.
One of the large projects that we've just completed is a feasibility study on 2 buildings downtown that was funded through the Virginia Main Street program.
Uh-huh.
And allowed us to look at potential uses that would complement downtown.
Oh, wow.
And for those property owners, really provides a potential roadmap for development for those properties. We're still seeing where that is going to go.
Yeah.
But we're hoping that will spark some nice changes in downtown. We also have a grant application out, request for a facade grant program with the Virginia Main Street program, so we'll know in July. And if we get that, then we'll be able to do matching grant funds for downtown businesses that want to renovate or brighten up storefronts.
Okay. Yeah. What's the program you keep referring to? A program.
The Virginia Main Street program?
Yeah, the Main Street program. Sounded like that was something that is all over Virginia.
It is. That's a statewide program. So back in 1980, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, which is our national preservation organization, saw how many historic buildings were being lost downtown. And they created this Main Street program and tested it. And then states picked up the concept. So in Virginia, our Main Street program is housed under the Department of Housing and Community Development, and it's called the Virginia Main Street program.
Okay, so this is actually a federal or state funded.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. There is the federal level does the accreditation program, and which we are now accredited, and Karen can talk about that too. But the Virginia Main Street program provides basically boots on the ground to support communities. We're what's known, there are several levels of community. We're an advanced Main Street program, and so we're eligible for certain grants and certain programs and supports that, like beginning programs, are not eligible for.
Interesting. So what is that process that you have?
Well, you have to meet certain standards to become, we had to do that, all the different things that they require, and maintain it throughout. And at one point, the group was not maintaining it, and we actually lost our accreditation.
Oh, wow.
So we had to regain that after COVID. COVID was tough on all of us.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of changes that took place, but we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
That's our theme. Hey, we're all
Yeah,
back,
we're all
right?
back.
Well, in a way, WFLO is almost just what you guys are doing. Revitalizing with the core and heart of what this town is kind of all about, and that's I find that fantastic. I think that's a wonderful program to go through. So, when you lose your accreditation, what are some of the things that cause a loss of accreditation? Or
Well, one thing that's really core to a community our size is having a director, an executive director, a paid person, because there's no way we can do all the work that needs to be done without, her coordination of everything and all of her input. And so that was one of the major things. And then the 4-point approach with each of the committees, having those all in place, we're able to accomplish a lot. Each group does their different projects. We have organization, design, economic vitality, and what's the last one? And promotion. Yeah. So
you should have put it on your hand.
I know, seriously. I thought I was going to make it all the way through.
You did really well.
Anyhow, they're all very active and making things happen. It's just baby steps. It's just one brick at a time, trying to get it done. And so, we're all working hard. Sometimes we make a joke that we meet every 12 hours. That's how much work goes into all of it.
Amazing. So most of it is volunteer type of work?
Yes, all of it's volunteer except, for our one paid executive director.
So some of this makes me think about like a city planning. And like you talked about Longwood. So how do you have liaisons to these communities?
Yes.
And how's that work?
We have a member from the Chamber of Commerce and from Longwood, and also the town of Farmville and the county.
Nice.
Because it's a partnership, downtown Farmville partnership, and so we all work together to make it happen.
Wow. I'm impressed. I didn't know you guys existed, and I've seen it here or there, but I really had no idea what's happening there. I guess in the long run, everybody's like, "How does this serve me?" Right?
Right. Well,
but it serves everybody.
That's
what I'm hearing. Is very nice.
When we have a vital downtown, it helps everybody, and people want to be there.
That's true.
So,
places to eat.
Right.
Right. I was amazed though to walk into downtown restaurants and enjoy the environment. I wasn't expecting it to be so, I don't know, fun, vital. I was making some assumptions about it, but I can kind of see where there is a pride in Farmville, and the Farmvillians like to celebrate that, because this is an amazing little town. So, when you do meet with these people, is it like you have your event coming on? And I think are you saying you probably want to do some more events in the future, or?
Well, and right now we're partnering with the town of Farmville and with the 4th of July. We're part of the committees to help, make some decisions there. So any chance that we get for partnership with anything that's happening within our district, we're right there wanting to do that.
Yeah.
I personally have been a merchant on Main Street for 41 years. And I've been involved in every effort for downtown that we've had. Yeah.
That's somebody who loves Farmville. That's what I hear. So what are... I had a question in my mind. I apologize. It just flew right out. It happens too many times. On the radio, it's not a safe thing to have happen. But what does your funding look like? Do you do funding from the city or anybody else besides the government's input? Or
well, as a nonprofit organization, we are a tax-deductible organization, so we've currently been in the process of community fundraising, fairly targeted. And to date, we've raised about $16,000, a little over $16,000. and we do receive support from the town and the county, for which we're very grateful. It's tough for a nonprofit organization, to raise all of the funds in a community its size, and that partnership is just such a vital part of success for all of us. And I just, downtown creates the sense of what a community is in any community, and that's where the Main Street program's true significance is if Farmville didn't have this unique dynamic downtown, what do you think of when you think Farmville?
Right.
You don't think of the strip shopping centers. You think of Main Street, and it's that way in any community.
Yeah.
And so we're not just, we want the whole community to be a part of what we're doing and have an investment in how downtown grows. So we appreciate all this financial support that we get from the community.
Absolutely. So how many people do you have in this organization?
Our board is 15 members. Our volunteer board is 15 members, and then our committees and subcommittees, I would say total, if you took all of them, we'd probably have 40 to 50 additional volunteers there.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we work with all of the merchants downtown. I've tried to meet everybody, and I know I've missed a few folks, but we've created actually some subcommittees, like the retail subcommittee, which then brings in a larger group of retailers to support specific activities that they want to do. So they've gotten very active, doing like once a month events. They have a scavenger hunt going on this month. They did Easter egg hunts, in-store Easter egg hunts for Easter. So we kind of are growing exponentially as various programs come online and people have specific interests in specific things.
And like some of these events you're talking about, the 4th of July, fireworks and stuff, you guys are putting a lot of work into these things. How are people understanding that you guys are the ones doing that work? It's, like I said, I haven't been here long, but I haven't seen the program out there in my face.
Well, we've been busy working behind the scenes,
Exactly.
and sometimes, it's you miss the actual workers. So, doing a show like this helps get our word out, and we really appreciate you having us here.
Yeah, and actually I've kind of been remiss in not opening up the lines. I mean, I open them up. They're always open here, but if you have a question you want to talk to Karen and Nancy about, please call 434-394-0924, and we'll answer your questions if you have any. So I have to put out the...
Yeah, great. We'd be happy to.
Where were we?
One little thing to note is when we say July 4th, the actual celebration for the town is on July 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So we're hoping that folks will get out and come downtown on July 3rd and participate in that evening event.
What day is that?
It's a Monday. And it's the
Monday's
fireworks.
the 3rd? Oh.
Fireworks After Dark is the name of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, last year we were, it's our first year here, so we're like, where's the fireworks? Where's the fireworks? And everybody says, they're at the airport. They're at the airport.
Oh, no.
They weren't at the airport.
No, they're on the roof of Town Hall.
Yeah, so that's going to be where it's at again.
Right,
so.
right.
Well, it's just kind of nice because everybody kind of gets a chance to see them. All, it's not as easy, I don't think, as the airport would be. But.
Well, and again, it highlights downtown, and we want to support any event that brings people
to our Main Street.
Into Main Street.
I noticed that there's areas that are semi-undeveloped downtown, kind of little spots here and there behind where everything is. Is that anything you guys keep an eye on, or know why nothing's going in these places, like over by the DMV and...
Our area is fairly defined.
Okay.
Which is a requirement of the Virginia Main Street program to have a district.
Huh.
So currently we go from like the Appomattox River Bridge to the churches. I never know this. I'm sorry. I still never learned streets, but but it's that core
Just past Crude Stage.
just
right?
past Crude
Yeah.
Stage, yeah. And the other direction we go to kind of one block off of Main Street, basically, just to kind of create a visual. We are in the process of redesigning some of that. I actually would like to see us move to some of the areas that are more undeveloped.
Right.
And because that way we might be able to attract funding to make a difference in those areas. So that's a work in process. We have until the end of the first quarter of next year to complete the redesign of the boundaries. So it's on our to-do list.
So I know that you guys just, you just told me that you've recently kind of reconfigured, reorganized the program. Do you have something from the past that you guys have done that kind of exemplifies what you guys are all about?
I'll turn that over to Karen because I
You
just
just
came
threw
last
Karen under the
August.
bus, huh?
I did. I came last August, so
Sounds like
I'm
fun.
learning. Well, there's been so many events and so much activity that's happened and good programming from the soup event to
We started the High Bridge 5K, which ended up going to what's
the Friends of
High
High
Bridge.
Bridge.
They do that event now.
I mean, there have been hundreds of downtown promotions over the 10 years of the organization. This soup event generated ideas and creative programs to enhance downtown, and we're talking about bringing that idea back. And maybe you could talk a little bit about what that means for.
It basically is an opportunity for people to come forward with ideas and present it to a group of people. And we serve soup at the event.
Okay.
But they present their ideas, and then it's voted upon. And if their ideas are chosen, then they're given grant money to do their project. Like one of them was the circles that are on the parking meters is for you to be able to put your bicycles.
Nice.
And so that was one of them. There were bistro tables, a butterfly garden, an herb garden.
How fun.
We had some with murals in different places. So yeah, there were some really cool ideas that came about just to enhance downtown.
So you said that was your soup event? Soup event?
I don't know whether those letters mean something. It's just that it was at the LCVA, and everybody had to pay $5 to get in, and we served soup. I think Longwood donated the soup, and it was an opportunity for us to raise a little money. And there was I think maybe Longwood had a matching grant, and so they matched money, and we put money in, and the people were able to do their project.
That's fantastic. I hadn't quite gotten that picture that people can come, present their ideas and possibly be funded for that. I think that's fantastic motivation for people to kind of make it, like you say, a vibrant downtown.
Yeah, and the participation was awesome. We
Really?
had so many people
Really?
participate. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you going to have another?
We're planning on it.
When's that going to be?
Well, it would be it would be
Next year.
Yeah, it would be next year, probably in the colder months, since we're serving soup. Maybe February is what we're thinking.
But it's not limited to that, right? I mean, if somebody had an idea, could they bring it into the caboose?
Of course. Yeah, we're always looking for ideas. Anybody that wants to volunteer and help us, we're glad for you to come and help us. Just let us know.
So do you guys carry a booth or something like that, like at the Hearts of Virginia? How would you look at an event like that from from your perspective and how you might be able to benefit the program by having so many people coming into town at a point in time.
We were just talking about that, thinking that, we needed to do that. We're still working on trying to get our logo finalized, which in order to put any kind of printed material together, we've got to have our logo. So once we get our logo, we're going to be more able to do some events like that.
Interesting.
But we definitely, people don't know who we are, and
well,
getting the word out about that is huge.
Yeah, I think once people understand what you're doing and how it benefits them, of course,
right,
then it becomes really important and interesting.
Exactly. One of the projects that was completed before I got here, so it's not always at the forefront of my brain, is the wayfinding signs, parking signs for downtown. So the organization worked with the town,
and I think Kathy Frazier did.
And Kathy Frazier, who has design contract with the Virginia Main Street program, provides free design service for communities downtown.
That's great.
In fact, they're working on some ideas with the caboose for us right now. And Plaza is a potential grant opportunity if the town is interested in that. So anyway, the wayfinding signs, the parking signs and directional signs downtown are one thing that people can see every day that
right.
Farmville Downtown
Remind
supported.
them.
I think we actually wrote the grant for that. Secured the funding.
I have to do some weather and a little bit of business. You guys are welcome to stay, or I know you're welcome to go also. I would love for you to stay, but you can make that choice. I'm going to turn off your mics right now while I do the rest of this. All righty. This edition of The Weather is brought to you by Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Thank you, Stuart. The temperature is 65 degrees out there right now, and rain looks like it has passed by, but it looks like there's about a 30% chance of rain later on between 3 and 4 p.m. today, but it should clear out by early, about the time that the sun goes down. So anyway, today's partly sunny sky is going to be 78 degrees, and then overnight, partly cloudy with a 54-degree low. On Thursday, 77 degrees, mostly sunny, and at night, 53. Friday, 76 and 53. Saturday, 83 and 59, and on Sunday, 87 and 67 is the low. So that Sunday is looking awfully warm and looks like a touch of summer might be coming our way. The Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brook and Neal, and their home offices in Farmville. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
Thank you, John. And here are some birthdays coming your way. June 7th. Happy birthday to June Bamberg. Hope you have a great day. Luis Paris. And we have one anniversary today, and that's Michael and Kim Arms. Happy anniversary and happy birthday to all of you good folks. We hope you have a most fantastic day. I think I'm done. I made it as quick as possible so I could get back to you, lovely ladies. All right. So where were we?
Well, one of the things we wanted to mention is that I do a weekly online newsletter
Okay.
that goes out, and so if anybody's interested in that, I'd be happy to hear from them and get them on the list for that. I can be reached at a manager at downtownfarmville.com, or our phone number is 434-392-3060. And we recently had one of our great board members redid our website. So we'd love for folks to look at that, and you can go on there and actually go from that website. You can connect to any of the stores downtown and
Really?
their websites.
Oh, fantastic.
And find out what they have going on. You can list, if you're looking for employees in the downtown area, you can list employee application requests.
Oh, nice.
You can list buildings that are for rent or for sale. It's a very flexible site. It's at www.farmvilledowntown.com. So I hope folks will reach out to us in any of those formats, and or stop by the caboose. I do kind of come and go, depending on if I need to walk up the street or run to the post office or whatever. But we try to be there. And it's fun when folks stop in.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you have people come up there, because that's what we did when we were there. Hey, let's go check out the caboose.
They look in the window, and the kids pound on things, and it's amazing the amount of activity that rolls through that plaza area.
Yeah,
and what a centralized activity center that is for Farmville.
I mean, I've only been down in that area a few times, but it seemed like there were a lot of college kids coming in that downtown. You're right next to the farmers market also, right? And
right.
so
the farmers market's right there. The trail's right there. Yesterday, 2 guys clopped through on horses on the trail, which was fun.
That's nice.
One day I looked out the window, and there were 4 large, like, husky dogs attached to a little pull wagon. So that was just really, really cool to see that mode of transportation used. There's always something going on down there.
If you're bored, you heard it here first.
You just look out the window.
There you go. So I'm trying to think of what other future events or things that might help your program. I know you've asked for volunteers, and do they volunteer at the website, or do they need to come down?
They could contact us through the website.
Okay.
Probably more direct would be a phone call or reaching out through my email, manager at farmvilledowntown.com. But any of those are an option. I mean, I think there is a contact us page on the website.
Gotcha.
As well.
I always tend to go to the website first, It's just like, and that's farmvilledowntown.com. So you're lucky you got that one. I mean,
well, it's Travis Mason did a wonderful job of renovating it and bringing it current and just making a really flexible, user-friendly
awesome
website.
Yeah, it's it makes a big difference if people can navigate where on a website or not. It can make or break you, really. So, I'm trying to think of some other questions to ask you. So, anything you would... Well, I still want somebody to call out from out there, 434-394-0924 to ask some questions. Although we've asked a lot of questions, I'm not sure we've covered it all. Somehow, in the back of my mind, there's some kind of question that I feel needs to be asked, but I don't know what it is.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to share what we're about, and it's an extraordinary board and very committed to seeing the community grow
Yeah.
and in a healthy, positive way, and we want more volunteers. It's I've been in a lot of small towns in Virginia and Kentucky and Georgia, and Farmville just strikes me as a really exciting, fun place to be that's moving forward.
It is an interesting town, absolutely. I've lived a lot of places, and there's nowhere like Farmville.
That's
for sure.
true.
It's not all peaches and cream, but it's for the most part, it is. It's just an adorable downtown, and it's such a vibrant city, especially when the kids are in here. And so, I guess I don't know much about the college kids or what their events are. I mean, I know when I went to college, it was completely different from what I see these kids doing. Just a second, we have a call coming in.
Yeah.
WFLO, you're on the air. Oh, you got to put your headphones.
Hey, Larry, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, I was just want to call in a little something I had on an issue on my mind, maybe. Real nice of the guest to come in today. This is a great topic. This is neat about downtown and what's going on, because maybe a lot of people don't realize the organization. But I know there's a thing that I miss a lot. In the heart of Virginia used to be the first week of May.
Uh-huh.
And I'm kind of assuming that the organization that the ladies or guests are meeting about, they probably are not involved at all with the funding of the Heart of Virginia. But I don't know that.
No.
But I was just curious if anybody had an idea in the spring, the first week of spring, or somewhere in that area, and not to conflict with any of the college graduations. It would be real neat if some other new event, and you don't want to take away from the Heart of Virginia if it's always going to be in the fall. But I was suggesting somebody come up with something new, maybe something that would block off part of the street or part of the area down there around the area we're talking about, where the caboose is, and it might be an opportunity for the merchants to be putting on special sales or events, or maybe even selling on the sidewalk to try to promote their businesses.
I think
And that used to, I thought, happened at the Heart of Virginia Festival the first week of May. So I've just thrown out a suggestion to see what they thought.
Fantastic. I think that's a great idea. What do you guys think? I think the idea is he wants to, since the Heart of Virginia has always been a single date, like what, the first?
It used to be the first Saturday in May, and now they've moved it to September.
Right.
And it is actually coincides with Longwood's Parents' Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the students said, well, this is really nice. You guys have a celebration the day we leave. You know, it's not something we can participate in. So that was part of the reasoning for trying to, move it to September. And that is a completely separate group that operates on their own and has been doing it for very many years.
Well, and I think what maybe he's saying, or at least this is what happened to me when he said it, is that there's kind of a Pavlovian response
I
that on the
agree.
1st of May
Yeah.
you're going to go to
Yeah.
Farmville to
Yeah.
do something. So
Yeah.
why not take advantage of
I
that?
think that's a great idea, and that's something for us to consider, for sure. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your call.
Okay.
Have a great day. All righty there. I thought that was a good suggestion.
Absolutely.
That's a
It is-
great
it is a
suggestion.
good suggestion.
And yeah, again, like COVID just wiped out so many things and changed things up. Some things needed to be changed up, but I don't, I do. I am in a habit of going to the same festivals and fairs every year, so I can definitely see that being an opportunity. Yeah.
But that's something we can take to our promotions committee, and it's an incredibly creative group of people who
Nice.
who know the community well and understand a lot more about the community than I do.
Well,
So they will have lots of ideas to
Definitely
potentially
something
develop.
that is true with Farmville also is that there are a lot of people with deep roots in Farmville. You know, they've been here forever and they know how it's going to be. So, sometimes it might be an uphill battle for some of that, And on the other hand, we got the college invigorating new ideas and diversity, which is so critical for all of us.
One of the fun projects that we haven't mentioned, we worked with Alec Hosterman's social media class, and they actually developed
Nice.
3 different concepts for events
Wow.
in downtown. So that may be something we want to look at for that spring anchor.
Yeah.
And so having the ideas of the students and having them kind of become invested in downtown and what we're doing was a great experience.
And you bring up a good point, and like I said, I'm new again. I have not experienced kind of the interaction between the students and the rest of Farmville. There seems to be kind of this Longwood is here, stay off, stay away, so I don't know if that's true or if that's just something I perceived for some reason.
To me, I think it's connecting with probably the professors and like getting into their kind of work plans of what they're doing and building relationships at almost a classroom level to be a part of that community.
Yeah.
And so that was a great experience, and Alec was very gracious in involving our organization and working with us.
I really
we hope
like
for future
Yeah.
relationships.
Sorry. I really like the Farmville professors that I've met. They all buy artwork, so that's really nice. I sold so much stuff at the last. It was the best show I had at the Hearts of Virginia last year. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was fun. But I met so many professors. I was surprised at how many professors were coming down and just kind of, and they were all so nice. It's pretty true with almost everybody in Farmville is that they're really nice people here too. So. All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, I have to just thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming in and letting us know. I think I'm hoping this helps, and we should get like a community calendar type of thing for you guys so that we can get the word out that you're at farmvilledowntown.com or at 434-392-3060, just to keep the momentum going possibly.
We appreciate that, and we appreciate the opportunity to be here today and talk with you guys. You've been great supporters of us, and I've gotten some press releases and information out to you, so we appreciate any support.
Excellent.
You guys
Thank you.
have.
It's been a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
My pleasure. Well, that is the end of that conversation, and now I have to figure out what I'm going to talk about.
How much time did we leave you with?
I got about 10 minutes I got to make up.
We
but
didn't do bad.
yeah. I was fantastic myself. So,
Thank you.
usually I have all these like topics up and stuff like that I can, throw at any moment in time, and I just didn't do that this morning. So now I'm doing it right now.
Hopefully it worked out for everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on in downtown Farmville right now at the Herald. Not seeing any news on the Herald itself, but let me see if I can get some local news here that is strange and maybe odd for us all. Let's see, it says, very last warning for 82-year-old German sorry about that. I'm trying to find good fun articles to do, but they aren't coming up, so I think I'll have to go over to the statistics. Funny statistics that are hard to believe. Some pretty ghostly findings. Believe it or not, 45% of Americans think that ghosts and demons are real, according to Newsweek. If you're one of them, you'll likely enjoy the ghost stories from the most haunted places in the world. America is a TV-addicted nation. If you didn't know that already, then you're maybe living under a rock, possibly. More people would have difficulty giving up watching TV and streaming shows for 40 days than the number of people who would struggle giving up chocolate, alcohol, soda, and fast food for the same amount of time. So we will not give up our TV at all. even before chocolate, alcohol, soda, and fast food. I just can't imagine living without those things. It's just not possible. Those are some of the elements of survival: chocolate, alcohol, soda, and fast food, except for the alcohol. I can live without that. Speaking of the average American, each one of us produces 5.91 pounds of waste every single day. I think I've seen this before. It estimates that 4.4 pounds per person goes into the trash each day, while 1.51 pounds are recycled. I'm actually really proud of Farmville and the fact that they have a good recycling system here. But it's always the same. I think it's the same thing everywhere. You can put your recycling in the recycling bin, but if it's not cleaned out, they'll just throw it right back into the garbage. So I know a lot of us put it in the recycling bin so that we feel better about ourselves. But let's go ahead and take it the next step further and clean it out for those people who have to sort it all. 1 in 4 Americans surveyed thought that the sun goes around the earth. Oh my, 1 in 4. That's hard to believe. Wow. Yeah, and I don't even know how many flat earthers there are, but that's a scary thought in and of itself. Elementary school science teachers everywhere are shaking their heads, so let's set the record straight. The earth goes around the sun. I don't know. I wonder how narcissistic do you really have to be to believe that the sun goes around the earth? I mean, that's what they used to think before they had, telescopes and eyeballs. So, anyway, the facts you learn in school. I have had an issue, though, throughout this last decade or more of being startled by information that I had learned as a child and to find out it's all wrong. And then I will absorb that into my knowledge only to find out another year or so later that that was wrong. And it just, sometimes can drive you crazy. I don't know. Does it drive you crazy? If it does, give me a call. 434-394-0924. It says, are you getting more robocalls? Oh my goodness, I get so many robocalls. Actually, I've been better at it. I set my phone to reject all unknowns and stuff like that. But man, have you ever had this issue? Your phone rings and somebody you answer your phone and somebody on the other line is like, why did you call me? And I'm like, I did not call you. And they won't believe that, my number had gotten spoofed somewhere along the lines. But I found it interesting, too, that after I moved from California over to here, that I was still getting spoofed calls from back in California, only to let me know that they were not real calls. So it's one way to do it. Just move across the country. It'll help you with your robocalls. Nearly half of all phone calls Americans received last year were some form of robocall. That's from the Washington Post. Hopefully the statistic will decrease drastically going forward. And here's this telemarketer says you can get rid of them by doing this certain process. So if you want to know what that process is, you'll have to give me a call. How do you like about that one? All right. It says, getting into Harvard may be difficult, but getting a job at Walmart might be even harder, according to Business Insider. Oh, my. The acceptance rate at Harvard is 5.2%, but when Washington, D.C. got its very first Walmart, over 23,000 applicants applied for 600 jobs. The 2.6% acceptance rate for the Walmart jobs is nearly twice as selective as Harvard. Wow. But that's kind of, I don't know. It's such a different thing, It's Walmart, Harvard. That's a reach on that comparison. I'm just saying. Larry B. on WFLO is saying that's a reach. As you got it here first? Yes, sir. The recent governor survey of 20,000 Americans found that Americans preferred French fries to every other way to eat potato. Baked potato, mashed potato, tied for second place. You know, you can't, I don't know. How many ways can you make potatoes? I mean, fry them, bake them, or mash them. But, you know, somehow baked and mashed tied for second place. Now I want to know how many places there actually were. Somebody's going to help me out with the potatoes, I hope. WFLO, you're on the air.
Hey, Larry, this is Irene Shoemaker. I would like to ask somebody out there that Henry Fort's wife, I heard, had a bad fall, and she was on life support, and I haven't been able to reach him at his home because he's probably with her. And I was just wondering if anybody out there could say anything about how she was doing or anything.
And who was this again? Sorry.
Henry Fort that used to be on WFLO, his wife.
Right. Yeah,
so
John's in the other room.
he had just got well himself, you know, and now she's had a fall. So
wow.
And then poor Francis Wood. So the WFLO people, you know,
everybody's
really catching it right rough now, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if maybe not today, but if tomorrow anybody knew anything that maybe they could call and let us know, you know.
Yeah, I'll make a note for that.
Okay. Well, you have a good day, Larry.
You too, dear. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you for the call. We're going to find out how Henry's doing. I have heard so many stories about him. I've never obviously met the gentleman, but maybe someday I'll get that opportunity. Maybe I just had an idea. It was a WFLO reunion, and we can bring everybody back, and we can have a little party. I don't know, 4th of July party, something along that lines. Maybe later on in the summertime. WFLO reunion party. You heard it here first. Thank you very much. All right. Think you know your president's history? Well, 71% of Americans name Alexander Hamilton as a president, except he wasn't, according to a survey. How's that for a funny statistic? Huh. Well, I can somewhat see, because he's such a prevalent character inside of our history, and we obviously made him that way. But Alexander Hamilton was shot by Aaron Burr in a duel, and I know this because my last name's Burr, and so everybody automatically assumes that I am related to the Burr that shot Alexander Hamilton. But there is a fantastic book, if you want to learn about Burr. It's Gore Vidal's Burr. It's just that, and it's such a great story about him and his life as basically a politician. So, it looks like I'm out of here, actually. That went by quickly, and I thank you all for calling. I thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a fantastic day. This is Larry Burr. John is coming your way. Way.